Hi, welcome to my allotment update. I'm going to be doing a little walking tour around my allotment, tell you about all the autumn jobs I'm doing. I've forgot my microphone today, so I'm hoping you can hear what I'm saying. And if you listen to subtitles, I hope it's not too garbled. Right, so as you come into my allotment, the first thing I really love about my allotment is this gorgeous Guelder rose. It's absolutely exquisite in the sunshine. And it's meant to be a really good plant for wildlife. And yeah, it just has absolutely gorgeous properties. I love the shape of the leaves and the colour they go in autumn. So this one has been grown for wildlife. All the little plants I've managed to collect in pots are doing well. I'm hoping to take the sumac, repot it and take it to my flat for my balcony, because I need some nice greenery on my balcony. So as we come around here, you can see that I've raised the cage. This has got a pigeon net on, and I've taken off the shade netting because it doesn't need it anymore. Because what I realised was that the pigeons were actually eating the purple sprouting broccoli. They were sat on top of there because that was a lot lower, and they were eating the purple sprouting broccoli. So I've also taken out the tomato plants because they were getting way too big. So I harvested the tomatoes I could, and everything's a lot happier now. I can actually see my spinach, I can see my chard, I can see my beetroots doing well, I can see my kale. So that's going to be I'm hoping to take this will take me through winter, or at least really supplement my diet in a really good way. These tobacco plants I planted really late, but they're actually flowering now, which is great. This is the first little flower I've had, and the insects really love it, which is really sweet. So lots is still flowering. We've had a couple of frosts, but not hard frosts. So the nasturtiums are still here, growing really tall on there. I've totally lost sight of the beans growing on there, so once the nasturtiums have gone, I'll harvest the beans and use them as beans, not try and eat the pods and stuff, because they'll be way too hard now. So I've been clearing around here as much as I can now that I can actually get in there more easily. I've been able to do some weeding. It's not been too bad at all. The lettuce my friend gave me is finally starting to get going. It was just getting eaten by slugs all the time. So obviously they've disappeared, they've gone somewhere else, which is great. Yarrow is beautiful. It just keeps flowering, putting out new shoots. Every time we have more rain, there's more flowers at the moment. My calendulas are lovely. I just keep deadheading them. This little lawn area is really coming along. I did a little trim the other day because we've had lots of grass, lots of rain, so lots of grass and weeds were really getting going again. And the reason I like to trim it quite frequently is because it encourages the grass to grow, and it also discourages weeds. So I've also got clover in there. So if I did want to make this into a bed, all I'd need to do is lift the turf and make a new bed. It's a lot easier and looks a lot nicer than just putting weed suppressant membrane down or whatever carpets, other nasty stuff people put down. It works really well, and it means that I can change my mind about where things are, because turf's quite easy to lift. It's a beautiful Sunday early afternoon. in late September, so we've already had the equinox, and the evenings are definitely drawing in, and as I mentioned, we've had a couple of light frosts already, but it doesn't seem to have really affected anything just yet. I'm hoping the sun's going to come out so I can show you my sunflowers in full glory. The bees seem to really have found them all, not that they're on there at the moment, but I was quite surprised that they did so well. I did have to water them because they were suffering when it was really hot and dry, and I'd only recently put them in, so I'm really glad I managed to keep them going. I've cleared loads of this around here, and I have been sprinkling nice flower seeds that I want in here, wildflower seeds, and replanted some of the daisies that I took out of the place that I'm going to have lawn. And hopefully I'll have lots and lots of daisies along here. My rosemary's doing well. It was getting a little bit crowded, so I'm really glad I cleared around there. This little dwarf apple tree is looking lovely. I'm very hopeful to have some nice apples in a couple of years' time, you never know. This Cape gooseberry is starting to flower, but I could take them out because they're not actually going to fruit. It's too late for them to fruit. But I really just like them, and I was growing them as part of an experiment, so I'll just see how they go. They are incredibly frost tender though, so the first proper frost we get, they will be limp and I will be able to take them out. Along here I've dug out loads and loads of ground elder, and I've replanted some fox and cub, which hopefully will revive a little bit. So these are the daisies I've been digging up from around there. So I think I mentioned in the last video that I took out loads of campion because it was completely taking over. And I've sowed lawn seeds on there and clover, and also some chamomile. So that'll be a nice place for my grandson to run. And it's much easier to access the hedges, and also I'm trying to get rid of as much hedge, so ground elder as possible. Also there's lots of ivy in here, which I just pull back really. I don't mind ivy, I just don't want it taking over. I've got a couple of mulleins that have self-seeded here, as they do. So what I will probably do is just choose one or two. I like having, you know, a couple around at the time. So I'll probably keep a couple in there. And then I'm not sure they like being transplanted much. But I might offer them to friends who really like mulleins as well, because I don't need more than, you know, a couple of mulleins on my plot. These beans haven't done fantastically well. I think I might have put them in a little bit too late, and I didn't string them up properly. They've got too congested up here, so I don't think a lot of the flowers are able to get pollinated. So I'll definitely try and be a bit more careful next year in stringing them up properly so that they can all get enough space for the flowers to get pollinated and the beans to grow. Still got some of this morning glory. It's only just really starting to get going now. I think I must have started it quite late. Well, I did. Sweet peas are still going along here, but mainly the sweet peas are finished now. Let's see what else I can show you. Unfortunately, the sun's gone in. It looks so gorgeous when the sun's out. But hopefully it'll come out again soon. Excuse me. Just get a little sip of water. My fruit, my tea. My herbal tea. I'm drinking some nettle tea. So these are apples that have all fallen off this apple tree. that's coming right over my plot. And unfortunately they get damaged when they fall. They're too high to really pick. So I have had a couple of batches home and used them up really quick. They make a delicious apple sauce. I'll just do them with a little bit of sugar and ginger. Mash them up, put them in jars, and that should get me through the winter. So yeah, so I'm digging around here. It was mainly ground elder and nettles. So yeah, so I've sown my seed along here, some lawn seed and clover and chamomile. I'm waiting for this rat tail radish to finish flowering. I don't eat them because I think the names put me off eating them, but they've seeded all over my plot. And the insects absolutely love them, and the flowers just go for ages and ages and ages, and they are very pretty. The hoverflies in particular really like them. So that's the rat tail. I guess that's why they're called rat tail. It's because of them. I suppose I should harvest some seed, but I'm not too bothered. They just seem to seed everywhere. My holly tree is still full of berries. The pigeons haven't got to them yet, which is lovely, so I really love them. They look so beautiful, proper autumn scene. So yeah, this is my purple sprouting broccoli that was growing last year, and I was harvesting it this spring. I just chopped it off at the roots and it's sprouting again. And I've been harvesting these leaves and they are delicious. I think it's probably one of my favourite greens is purple sprouting broccoli leaves. I really, really like them. The clover's kind of almost covering the path again. So I don't really want to disturb this purple sprouting because it's a really good food for me. These Cape gooseberries in here are fruiting, but I'm not sure there's enough time to actually ripen. So I think next year I've got a much better idea of what to do to increase my Cape gooseberry crop. So this is what it looks like from here. I've taken the shade cloth down because we had a lot of wind and rain, and it's not particularly robust shade cloth, so I've taken that bit off. But it's lovely to just sit in the sunshine now when the sun comes out. I've been clearing my pond. Just keep clearing the pond because it's a small pond and you do need to have quite a lot of water showing for the water boatmen and other little creatures. I've seen a little frog in here, which is really lovely. I found that Egyptian thing in the car park, which I really like. Tutankhamun. Come on, sunshine, come out. So today I'm going to be cutting off the old flowers of the lavender, the remaining lavender ones that I haven't, well, I did that one a few weeks ago, and I just put them in bunches and have them in my rooms at home, and they do smell really lovely. So I have friends and family that would like some too to use. So along here I've been putting a few of the daisies as well. So I'm just trying to grow really tall stuff along here. I've just put some coneflower seeds along here as well, and any tall seeds, flower seeds, I've just been sowing. I've been harvesting seeds that I want, wildflower seeds and flower seeds, and just sprinkling them around where I would like to have them next year. So I've not done that before. I usually wait till the spring. But apparently it's quite good to do wildflower seeds at this time of year. So this plum tree is going to be going. I found a good home for it. It's way too big for my plot. I've had one plum off it in the 3 years I've had it. The pigeons just totally rip all the leaves off in spring. So it's not I'm not too bothered. Let's see around here. So I've still got some aubergines, but I'm not sure why these have gone this colour. I've asked a gardening friend, about them, so hopefully I'll get an answer soon. But I've had quite a lot of aubergines off here, and I'm definitely going to be doing aubergines again. I've got 2 chilies still ripening. I dried them and roasted them and made them into dust, and they smell incredible. The ones I harvested, I've probably harvested about 20 little chilies off that one plant. Still lots of tomatoes coming here. So I'm going to be making a tomato chili sauce, and I think that'll be delicious. Cape gooseberry still ripening. I've had quite a few, but they've not done as well this year as in previous years. They do really prefer to be in the ground. So I have a plan for, like I said, for improving my Cape gooseberry production next year. So I think that's kind of the main jobs I've been doing. Clearing up perennial weeds that I don't want, and I don't want them to get stronger. Sowing wildflower seeds. Clearing vegetable beds of crops that are finished. And next week I will be getting some garlic to put into the ground, and starting to think about the salad crops that I'd like for winter to grow in my polytunnel. Sun's just about to come out again. So yeah, as you can tell, I love coming down to my allotment. I'm down here most days. I love chatting to people. I love getting to know people down here. I like having a purpose every morning when I wake up. Something that gets me out the house, gets me out my head, gets me in nature, gets me listening to birds, and yeah, just noticing so much stuff. It's incredible what happens what you notice if you're in the same place every day, especially in nature, because there's something different every day. There's something different to see every day, to notice. And yeah, it brings me so much joy, it brings me so much happiness. And I love to share it with friends and family too. So I hope this little video inspires you to get out and about. Be nosy, talk to people. Yeah, and just appreciate nature where you can get it. I do watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of travelling stuff on YouTube. Because really I'm just here every day and I haven't got time or money or whatever to go travelling, but I love watching travel and camping and all sorts of things on YouTube, and gardening, because I think it just kind of makes my world feel a bit bigger, and that's always going to be a good thing, isn't it? So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.